functions, right? In today's lecture, we cover Python function. What it means is the user-defined function, right? In order to learn function, there are a few keywords you need to learn. One of that is def. Def means you are defining a function, right? And then you write the function name, right? A function name could be anything, right? We could even call it function name, right? And followed by this. Now you may have seen function like this, such as we say a dot strip, right? This strip, and you see the strip is always followed by this. So this makes you wonder that is a function. But obviously this function is not user defined; it's built-in function. But you can define your own function in Python. Now before I go there, I just want to express the need for a function, and by giving you an example, and that is, let's say there are multiple students in the class, and I start my class by printing welcome message, right? And I say welcome, okay, and I want to individually welcome every student. I would say name is equal to, let's say, start with Ali, right? I say welcome Ali, right? Now I do this and I put here name Ali. I run this, it will print welcome Ali, and then I want to sort of like welcome Ali. Wait, starting with welcome Ali. Good afternoon, Ali. Good afternoon, Ali, right? Then I say, what do I want to say in Ali? I hope you enjoy a class on function, Ali. Class on function, Ali. Ooh, that's cool. Everything with Ali. And finally, I will do one more. I will do have a great day. Have a great day, Ali. Right? Again, Ali. Now we're saying, hi, welcome Ali, good afternoon Ali. Man, this is just one student, right? How about we have more students, and we do have more students here. So we start up with a student name Mujtaba. Walaikum salam. Mujtaba. And then we run this one as well. Here we go. Mujtaba, good afternoon Mujtaba. Everything is with Mujtaba now, right? And then I have another student here who actually is Ziyad. Right. Now Ziyad is going to be greeted same way. So Ali, Mujtaba, Ziyad. Now how many students are there in the class? Maybe 20, right? That means I have to copy paste 20 times. There must be a better way to do that, right? Easier way to do that. And that way, my friend, is called function. So instead of doing all this, what I do is I just write it once and call it again and again. So it give me the same output. So let's say this is the one way to do that. And another way to do that, I copy the only one bit. So that I have to do it 20 times. And I put it here. Now I'm going to turn this into a function so I can call it, right? And don't have to type it again and again. How would I do that? First thing you notice, right? There is a variable named Ali. Okay, that is something I have to pass it every time I call the function as a parameter. That's what we call parameter. Second, I need to have a name for the function so that I can call it. Third, I have to define a function. So how would I do that? I would do that simply like this. I'll say def. Def is the keyword to define the function, right? And you can name it whatever you like. For example, I want to name it, this is what? Greeting, right? So I want to name it greet. Okay? And then I want, and in this, everything is fixed, only one thing is changing, right? And what is changing? Name, right? So instead of putting name here, right, I can put name here like this, and I can remove this one. What it means is, and obviously in Python everything has to be indentation. I have to bring it down under the function like this, like this, like this. Now I just defined a function. All I have to do is call it same way I was calling last time. I call function by name. I say greet, okay, and then I pass a name Ali, right? When I do that, what would happen? Basically this Ali would be passed into this name. So when the function is called, it starts from this first line and go all the way till end of the function. So when I run this, you'll notice, here we go. See, this Ali is passed into the name, and I'm calling this function with the same name as I defined it. I can ABC, call it ABC, no problem, but I have to call it ABC as well. And then def is the keyword. This is the keyword you have to use when you define with every function. You have to end this with this colon, just like any other thing is in for Python, and then you call it. Now Ali is greeting Ali. How about what else I was greeting last time? Mujtaba, right? How about Mujtaba? Here, I want to greet Mujtaba. Here we go, Mujtaba. Now I run this. See, oh, I got an error. Why? Because it's misspelled it like this. Now I run it. Now it says, welcome Ali. Good afternoon Ali. I hope you enjoy on class, on function. That's my bad. Enjoy the class on function. Enjoy that class on the function. So see, I got a problem here twice, right? This one is mistaking here as well, mistaking here as well. So if I have done already for 20 students, I'll have to correct it in the one function here. It will be corrected for 20 students wherever I call it, right? Now it's perfect. That class here as well, that class here as well, because I changed here the class, right? So similarly, easy to correct the mistakes. Just have to do once and it get implemented to the whole function. So who was the third guy that I was greeting? Ziyad, right? All right, Ziyad. Here we go. And my name is Mudassir. I would like to greet myself as well for a change. There we go. And this way, Mudassir. See, I can put 20 students' name there, no problem. No problem. I can even create a loop with a list of names, right? How about I get a list of names from somewhere and create a loop? How about that? Yeah, I could do that. And then everything greeting will be done. Now, coming back to this. So this is how you do it, right? By the way, talking about list, how would I do with list? Let's do it with list. Okay, let's do it with list. I create a list here, names, right? I call it n is equal to, right? What that would be? Ali, then what? Mujtaba, then Ziyad, then Mudassir. Yeah? Then I don't have to do this, right? All I have to do is for I in n, right? And I call greet I. Okay, let's see what happens here. Here we go. Bingo. See? It did exactly same thing, didn't it? Huh? How easy that one is. I can keep increasing my list. I can even import that list from a file, from a record, right? And here I say, who else I want to greet? Sammy. I'm going to greet Sammy here. Here we go. See, Sammy is added to it. So see, this is how you create a function. So what did you pass on to function? You pass on to function. How many things? How many things you pass on to function? You pass on to function the name as a parameter. You have to define the function with a name, this is a function name, this is a parameter. How about I want to pass this function age as well, right? And I want to, they're all, okay, so this way I say, right, I say age, okay, age. And I say welcome, whatever, you are, and that would be years, right? Age, years old. Here we go. Now you basically welcoming him and telling him how old is he. So maybe we will create an age here. Shall we? Yeah, we can. We do that, right? We create age. Ali, what is the age for Ali? Ali, how old are you? Ali, 21. You look 21. And Mujtaba looked to me a little more wiser. Now older. That's a wisdom in his eyes. Ziad looks very mature. He's like always on the side. I would say 24. Maybe he's 19, but feels 24. You know, the weather is whatever, and then it feels higher. And finally, we got Sami. Sami, how old are you?
19.
Good age to be. Good age. I wish I was 19. Right. Okay. So now we got an age for 4 guys. And we want to, now when you do this, what you have to do is, you have to also pass on the age to it. So what would happen here is, it would become a little complicated now. I want to print age, right? And I want to start with 0. So I will put an index here in the loop, index plus 1, so the index keeps going up, right? I think I'm making it too complicated for you from the very beginning. 0. Yeah, so that index move ahead, isn't it? I want index to move. First time it will be 21, then 23, then 24, then so on and so forth. And this way I can actually print the age with the thing, and I pass the age. Where the age will go? Age will go when I call this function. When I call this function here, right? The I is basically the name, right? Because when you run this loop, I is the name. Name goes into name. Right? Age will go into age. And here it will say welcome. First name will be Ali. You are 21-year-old. And then it will say the name with blah 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 blah. And then it will go with the second, welcome Mujtaba. You are 23-year-old, and say blah 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 blah. Then welcome Ziad, you are 24-year-old, and then rest of the things. And then welcome Sami, you are 19-year-old, and same, it goes there. Yes.
There are 5 names and 4 ages.
Ah, there are 5 names for age. Okay, so somebody's missing. Ah, I missed my age because I didn't want to disclose my age. I'm too clever because. All right, fair enough. I'm gonna be honest here. 46 feels like 3 times older than you. But I tell you what, when you get to my age, you'll feel 19. That's how I feel. Unless you join a government job, a boring one, and then may won't feel that good. Here we go. Ooh, what is that then? Index is out of range, is it? What is the last error? List out of range. Aha. So 21 for Ali, Mujtaba 23, Zia 24, Madrasa 46, and Al-Samin 19. What is the problem here? A problem is because it continued, it has to do this after it prints it, not before it prints it, right? Here. It should start with 0 and then it does that. It won't give you a problem now. Here we go. See here? Look at this. Welcome Ali, you are 21-year-old. Good afternoon Ali. I hope you enjoy the class on functions Ali. Have a great day Ali. Welcome Mujtaba, you are 23-year-old. Good afternoon, Mujba, blah, blah, blah. Welcome, Ziad. You are 24-year-old. Welcome, Adessa, 26-year-old. See how functions are made up and how easy the programming becomes. Make sense?
Yes.
Right? Now, this is the one example. And you may find it a little difficult because I complicated your life with for loop and then index and blah, 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 blah. How about I keep it simple? I'll give you another example. How many of you actually understood this, right? Let's say 7 out of 10. Raise your hand. Who understood this 7 out of 10? Raise your hand. Right, okay. All right, yeah, it looks good, All right, let's move on and give you the remaining people who did not understood it, give them another example. What would be another example? I'm going to write another example. Now imagine you are making a calculator, right? You're making a calculator. So you define a function for calculator. So this way we'd say def calculator. Oh, calc is good. Name should be calc, right? And in calculator, how many normally when you call a function like calculator, how many parameter you pass? I think you say first value, second value, and the third thing you pass is operator, right? So I would do the same. I would say first value v1, v2, and operator I will say op. Right? This is operator, plus, minus, division, multiplication, or whatever, right? And then I want to say if op is equal to plus, right? If op is equal to plus, do what? Print, simply print what? v1 plus v2, and you want to say sum is, right? You want to say sum is. Sum is equal to v1 plus v2. End of story. Now I have to call. Listen, function won't happen like this. Nothing will happen. You see, I run this. Did anything happen here? You have to call the function for that to happen. In the previous example, if I remove this, if I remove the call, where I'm calling, this is where I'm calling, right? In here I'm calling, right? If I remove this call, nothing will happen. Nothing. See, nothing happened. I ran it, nothing happened. Actually, function only happen when you call it, because you can define a function, nothing will happen until you call it. So here in the for loop we called it and it printed it. Same way here, nothing is happening unless you call it. How do we call it? We call it here. You can't, when you call the function, this is a function body, right? And this comes under function. But when you call a function, you have to start from here. Why? Because you're calling function outside function. You have to come out of the outside function. So what is the name of this function? Calc. What do I need to pass to this calc? 2 values. Let's say 2 and 4. And I say plus it. What will it print? The sum is equal to 2 plus 4. Because this will be true, isn't it? Because I passing plus. And here's a plus, it will be true. So it will actually print it. There you go. Sum is equal to this. Right? Now, how about I pass minus here? What will happen in your view? Nothing will happen because I'm passing minus, and this condition won't be true, would it? Right? And that's why minus will not be taken, only plus will be taken. So that's why I have to complete this function. I have to complete this function by doing this for everything, right? For what? I have to do here minus, and for minus I have to change this one as well, isn't it? It has to be minus or subtraction. Subtraction is equal to, here I say this one I would say multiplication, right? And also here I have to do a minus b, right? Like this. I do multiplication. Multiplication would be here multiply. And here I have to do multiplication. What about division here? When I write division here, right? Obviously I have to do division here as well, and also change this one as well. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna first do division here, like this, and I will change this one as well, division like this, right? Division, all right, okay, right. Now if I call it, it's only being called for minus, right? So I'm saying 2 minus 4 is minus 2, right? Subtraction. If I call it for division, what would happen? Division is equal to 0.5. So every time I basically call the function, it changes. So for example, here I call it for multiplication. See, 8. So every time I call it, this answer change based on what I pass here. Okay. If I keep this value like this and I say 8, now it will 8 multiplied 2, it will come here. It will come here and it will multiply it, right? And 8 multiplied 4 is 32, right? All right. Here we go, 32. Same way, I say, I put a minus here. What would be happen now? 8 minus 4 is, this would be calling, isn't it? 8 minus 4 is 4. So it will be subtraction. And you see here, 4, right? Or I can call it multiple times. Okay, I don't have to change the value. I can call it multiple times here. Look. Okay, and I do here plus, here I do minus, here I do multiplication, here I do division. You see, now all the answer will be there for same value. Or I can even change the value here. Here I put 2, here I put 3, here I put 4. Right? And see, 4 divided by 4. Here you go. See, 4 divided by 4 is this. For this, 4 multiplication is 12. This one, look. And for this, 4, 2 plus sign is 6, sum. And 4, 8 minus is 4. 8 minus 4, 4. So this way, you can make a calculator. Now, one more thing, a last thing on function. And just bear with me on that. Now, I want basically the value to be returned, not printed. I don't want the value to be printed. I want to maybe, here every time I run it says subtraction is this, multiplication is this. I don't want to do that. I want to just get the value and do whatever I want to do with it. Right? Maybe add something to it and then print it. Okay? So what do I have to do? I have to change this. There's something called return type. So instead of printing it, I can say return like this. I can say return this. That's it. V plus 2, and if it's a minus, I say return V1 minus V2, and I say here return multiplication, and I say here as well return this. Now what will happen is, when I call this function, a value will be returned. Now if I run this, right, obviously value is returned, right, but I'm not catching it, nothing will happen. I'm calling it here, you see here. For example, when I call this, actually let me actually explain it in a bit more organized way. All right, I'm gonna do this, right. So when I call this now, it will come here, it's a minus, right, it will come to this one and return V1 minus V2. But what happens is, I'm not printing it on the screen, am I? I'm just calling it, it will be returned. I'm not even catching it into a variable, right? So nothing will happen here. You see, nothing happens here, you see. Now, if I'm calling it, I should be printing it at least. So I can do this, print, like this. I call it, but print it. I'm only printing the first one. So it's print 4. Why? Because 8 minus 4 is 4, right? But if I do print all of these, it will print all of them, right? Without any greetings. Because it's throwing back to me returning back to me the actual value. I can directly print these values like this, right? See? Now it's like throwing to me, right? So I call this calc 4, 8 minus, it comes here and throw to me, return back to me V1 minus V2. Then I call this and I'm directly printing it. That's why it's printed V minus 1, V minus 2, 4. Then I call this and is past 2 and 4 with plus sign, okay, and plus sign will come here, 2 plus 4, 6, I return it and I print 6 here. Then multiplication 4, 3 is 12 and multiplied, I return 12, and division 4 by 4. Now maybe I don't want to print it. What I want to do is I want to catch it into another variable. I call it minus. Okay, variable name minus. Here I call it plus, variable name plus. Here I call it variable name multi, equal to, and I can call here variable name div. Now I'm not actually printing it, I'm just catching it into a variable like this, right? Now what will happen? It throw to me, but it's all saved in minus, plus. So then I can print it in one line. I can say like this. I can say the sum is equal to, and I can call here plus. Okay, and then I say the multi is equal to, I can print multi here. Then I could say the minus equal to, and I can comma here minus. Then I can say the last one, the div equal to, and I can say and the div equal to, and this comma div, and that's it. And now what will happen when I call it? You see here, it's actually printed the sum is equal to, so basically sum was in plus, right? So it printed here sum here, multi, it printed multi here 12, then minus here, then the division from beyond here. So this is coming, minus is coming from here, right? This one here, minus. This is plus coming from where? Plus, yeah, here. This is plus, right? So this way, I don't have to draw that for you. You're grown up, so you can just figure out where it's coming from. Right, okay, just joking. Got it? So with this, now you understand why return. Return basically can return. You can directly print it there, or you can get the value back from the function as a return type. Return the value, and the function will return the value to you. So I hope you enjoy the lecture. Thank you so much for listening.